Hello and welcome to Real Hi-Fi Help. So, if you're a new person to this channel, my name is Larry, and I have this channel where I simply help people, empower them so they can get the best that they can out of their current gear, or be able to put the pieces together so they can get to that next level sound. Not to toot my own horn, but before this channel, that was not nearly as easy as it is now with the channel that I've created. I've released about 400 videos, and yeah, those videos will give you the tools that you need. It will support the whole audio business, so people just generally buy more because they're able to tune in to more gear. All companies will benefit from this. Ultimately, there will be a lot more new users created in the future. Just everything generally in the world will be better. I think that also generally stuff like, crime rate and stuff like that will probably go a tiny bit down, because when people just when they're able to tune into this audio heaven type of sound, you just get less criminality, and you just develop a more sophisticated mindset. Just, peace, good luck, stuff like that happens in the world. So after having said those very humble words, uh, I'll now proceed onto the video. Not a very long video. Let me get into it. I've been noticing that people will want to pick gear based on what type of music they like to listen to, what type of person they are, what type of speaker this is, or amp, or whatever. And I just want to say that I don't believe in this type of thing. I think it's a thing that a lot of, I wouldn't just say reviewers, but a lot of people tell each other as a sort of excuse that it's kind of misleading, It's kind of a way saying, nah, this isn't really a bad brand. It's more for people who like to listen to this type of thing or that type of thing. I mean, I've been guilty of saying these things for a lot of people for many years. But I feel that we should kind of be a bit more honest and say that, yeah, there are types of gear out there that will create this and that type of sound. But I think we have to think a bit beyond that you kind of want to avoid types of gear ultimately. I mean, if you want the best type of sound, no, skip the word type. If you want the best sound, ultimately we want gear that can play all types, all music out there. So we really want to avoid types of sound, but it's very easy to select pieces of gear that's, this type, that type, does this type of thing. It's easy to solve the problems doing that, and yeah, you solve them to some degree. I get it, but I don't want to tell people, get this type of speaker, get a darker type of speaker, get a more neutral type of speaker, get a this and that thing. Kind of beats the purpose. I want to see people solving problems on a level that is just really high. So I think that whatever you select, just try and select stuff that can play all kinds of things, can function in all kinds of rooms. And when we're talking about types of gear, that's usually a sign of us not fully dealing with the underlying problems. That's the point. That's all what I was trying to say. So, yeah, I believe in solving problems at certain levels. So, again, I don't feel that type of music is a thing you should really think about. Maybe it's the thing you should think about out of perhaps 50 things, but I've heard reviewers said that told their viewers that this speaker does this type of thing, this speaker does that type of thing. Yeah, it might do that, but then that's a reason for not choosing that gear. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say. It's a reason for not choosing that gear if it does that type of thing. And yes, something that does a type of thing can be really, really cool for a certain amount of period, a certain amount of time. So yeah, sorry for being a bit unclear on that point. Again, you want to treat the root problem, not the symptom. Again, I'm basically repeating myself. It's popular to just say to people, doesn't fit everybody. Some people like that, some people don't. You kind of know what's wrong when you're saying that to people. So yeah, you can get a lot of stuff that's good value, but many times it's a type of sound. Ultimately, if we want to keep gear forever, you kind of want to avoid type of sound. But, money is a factor, so we might all have to go for different types of sounds several times in several systems until we get some proper money or until we get lucky and find something that is more versatile. So it doesn't always have to cost a lot more money, but usually it does. And again, a point I want to knock fully through here is I do believe that there is a top 100 list of gear that most people will like in this world, not just a select few. But the main difference is that it's all about what users are able to tune into of the gear's maximum potential. And this is a great example of that. Let's say that you have a speaker that is number 50 in the world. It's the 50th best speaker in the world, so it shouldn't have a chance against like the 10th best speaker in the world. But yes, it can definitely beat the 10th best speaker in the world if it's running at 85 out of 100 of its potential. Like it's running 85% of its full potential. And the best speaker here, the user that has that speaker has not been able to tune in to the full potential of the speaker, only using about 10%. Of course, that speaker that is better will not be able to show that. So that's kind of the game that's going on. That's kind of the thing that's obscuring everything that's going on in the hi-fi world. Also a lot of other factors that I cover on my channel, but that is why most people don't think that this speaker is the best thing or that speaker is the second best speaker in the world, because I think this is like one of the main reasons for that. So I just wanted to say that I don't know if it really makes a difference, but at least when we're removing all of this obscurity and the veil that's causing all of this mysticism, then we're kind of hearing the gear for what it is instead of this very safe zone superficial sound makeup surface like sound that we hear so many places, okay? And I'll give you a great example of this makeup sound that we hear so many places. Buy a random cheap streamer, put it on any system in the world, and compare that to a top CD player, a top turntable, a top whatever, perhaps the best streamer in the world, and you'll discover that 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 lowest level thing is a liability. It's dragging everything down, so you can't see what everything is. So yeah, that's basically the message of this video. I hope that helped you guys. It was a bit, you know, vague. Sorry, but still a lot of good of message to think about. There are just some products out there that do a certain type of thing, and yeah, we could buy those products. Yeah, they're good value, and yeah, they might do rock and pop really well, but if they can't play classical music, if they can't play, I don't know, German techno music or folk music, do we really want that piece of gear? You know, we kind of have to take this into consideration, you know. So that's basically just what I wanted to say. So like and subscribe if you can.